Remember, four-time Mr. Olympia is getting ready for his 50th birthday. 7 weeks away, August 3rd, he's going to be revealing his physique. But guess what? We're going to take a look at it today because he showed us on YouTube real quick. And don't get me wrong, that's going to be a lot of fun evaluating his physique 7 weeks away from the Big 50. But I want you guys to really pay close attention to what he had to say after that video. Jay explains what is the most important part of this entire process. Don't go anywhere. Guys, check out my second product of my signature series called Natty. That's right, Natty. If you guys want to pick this up, go to oldschoolabs.com right now. Use your favorite code, NickBS, and I promise this product will deliver amazing results. You can even bridge between your mega cycles with this and feel really, really good. But for you guys out there that want to break into using super sups, try this first. Go down this road, see if you have what it takes, see if you love it, and then maybe one day you can use those super subs. All right, so I'm sure you guys want to hear what I have to say about Jay Cutler's physique 7 weeks away from his 50th birthday. Well, I want you guys to hear what I have to say too, but I really want to comment on what Jay had to say after he posed for us. So don't go anywhere. Let's take a look at his physique first. Well, if you know bodybuilding, you know that Jay's chest and legs are really impressive still, even at 49 years old. That is not your average 49-year-old male walking around. Nope, definitely not. And he's gonna be 50 in just 7 weeks. And I'm excited for him to reveal the entire package, but as you guys probably heard, he's not gonna be guest posing, so don't get your hopes up for that. He will be at the Masters Olympia. He'll be making a special guest appearance, but he's not guest posing. Now, that doesn't mean we won't see Jay Cutler rip the shirt off, hit a front double bi, or maybe do a quad stomp, pull the shorts up, or even take the shorts off because his legs are still impressive. But Jay's arms were never the best, even in the prime of his career. Jay Cutler's back was never the best, even in the prime of his career. He had a decent lat spread, but the rear double was never like the home run pose for him. The midsection, it looks great from this angle, because obviously you're not straight on, but his abs look awesome actually. They don't look too bad, but Jay does have a little bit of a wider waist, and that was always an issue with his physique, but since he got so damn wide, the shoulders, the boulders, they got massive during the prime of his career, and that's why his waist looked actually halfway decent. But you could tell that his shoulders and his arms, the fullness didn't really come back during this transformation. I really don't think they are. He's 50, okay? This guy's got a lot of wear and tear on him. It is what it is, right? The chest looks good, the arms, the calves, the hams, really, really good. I mean, exceptional conditioning for a 49-year-old. And let me just add this before we go on to the next part. He's retaining a lot of fucking muscle for 49. That's the most impressive part if you ask me. Now, I want to play this little snippet of him talking about all the mistakes that he was making and didn't realize how important these things are in order to hit your goal. Take a listen.
But all in all, not happy with the progress, I'll be honest. I expected maybe a little more, but I forgot how important, following the nutrition was and training and, not missing. And that's one thing about the training is I'm usually on point, but.
Do you guys hear that statement? He forgot how important the training is, the nutrition, and not just training and eating your food and going through the motion. Going hard, having intensity, focusing, having that laser focus on your goal. Like you have to bring it to every session. You have to make sure you're nailing that food, you're nailing your recovery, because you can't overlook those things. They're all part of the pie that gets you to that goal in the middle, right? They all contribute. Everything, even if it's 5%, 10%, 7.5%, it still makes a big difference when you look at the final result. And Jay said he forgot. He just totally forgot how important these things are. Keep listening.
You know, I'm still not like on a super strict. If I was training for a contest right now, I'd actually be doing all fish for my protein mainly, but I'm still eating a lot of chicken and steak. I am going to start scaling back a little bit on the red meat, where I'll probably only have it once a day now. And I'll start staggering the carbohydrates a little bit, where I might.
Now, is it necessary to go to all fish? Not really. Unless you get super out of shape and you're holding so much subcutaneous body fat that it's ridiculous, then maybe you might have to do that to thin the skin. And it's not necessarily the fish thinning the skin. It's because you're going to literally a zero fat diet. Like even the trace fat in the chicken and steak is removed when you go to fish because there's literally no fat in white fish. So you got to be careful doing that though, because it will speed up your metabolism to a point where you might go hypo, your glucose might be all over the place. I don't suggest doing that. I can't do it. My metabolism is way too fast. I will burn through that food and within like 5-10 minutes and my glucose will go, my blood sugar. I can't do it. So I don't suggest you doing that unless you're really, really holding on to like this stubborn little bit of subcutaneous shit going on. It's a little dicey. And if you worked with me as an athlete, I wouldn't do that to you ever. I would never feed anyone fish 6-7 times a day, unless they literally ask for that punishment. So I suggest keeping a little bit of fat in your diet, especially when you're dieting like this, where you're removing a lot of macro and micronutrients out of your diet as it is. It's very unhealthy to diet for a bodybuilding show. Let me explain that. Because the diet is geared towards performance. You're trying to look a specific way on a certain date. So there's no way in hell the last couple of weeks can be healthy. They're not. No matter what you do, they're not healthy because you have to minimize specific things to dial in a physique. Now, throughout the rest of the year, yeah, you can have a pretty balanced nutrition. You can, but performance is more important than health when you're trying to be a bodybuilder. It is what it is.
Carbs pretty much 6 meals. I might eat more or less or add some good fats in there like avocado or almond butter, which I kind of started a little bit last week. But I'm gonna kind of measure and I'm gonna see what the body can do, but I'm not full enough yet where I feel like every muscle's where it needs to be. So I'm starting to feel like today was probably the best workout all week because I've been back from Tampa all week and I was able to eat consistently. And like I said, I've been eating 6 meals a day. Kind of like what I learned from the past. I mean, that's what was best for me. And, you know, I'm working towards just, you know, getting to that end goal. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. And
so ultimately, what's the message that Jay Cutler is trying to put across here? Well, he is making sure you guys realize that you can't reach your goals half-assing anything. You can't. No matter what that goal is, this applies to anything that you want to do in life that you really, really want. It's not just bodybuilding. Forget about bodybuilding for a second. You can't forget about the basic fundamentals of any process. Building a business, creating the best relationship with your husband or wife, having business relationships that are thriving, having really good friends you can rely on when times get rough. You can't forget about the basic things that created the relationship or the partnership in the beginning. Those things make a big difference. So you can't just neglect them because now you're here. You still have to do all those little things that got you there. And that's what Jay's saying. He's like, shit, I was 4-time Mr. Olympia. I won a bunch of Arnold Classics. I'm a successful entrepreneur. And I forgot how important training and the diet is. Like, I just forgot. I overlooked it. And he's like, now he's 7 weeks away from his 50th. And he's like, damn it, I wish I took it a little more serious. I wish I realized X, Y, and Z was so important before. Jay thought he could skirt by not doing those little things that used to add up every single day, every single week, every single month in the offseason pre-contest to get him to that big show, and that's why he won. When you're at the top of the mountain, you sometimes forget all the little shit you used to do to get there. And when you try to go back to do something that you used to have to do, you kind of forget all about those little things that you used to have to do. So this is a reminder to everyone out there, do all the little things. They make a big difference. Stop focusing on the cycles and how much you're taking and timing of this and that and how many sets and reps and how long my cardio sessions are and how many calories and how many steps I took. Stop getting distracted by all this bullshit that people try to tell you that really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Do the hard work and you'll get results.